Guys and girls, I wanted to bring to life a real world event that just occurred this year, and it shows the officer utilizing the verbal template that we teach in our de-escalation class. And so I really think it's a great way to break down how this works in the real world. So here we have an officer that has observed basically a registration violation, and he has pulled the car over. So let's see what he does.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm Officer Farmington Police. The reason for the stop today is there's no registration on your vehicle.
So let's just stop it right there. Pulls the car over, introduces himself, and explains the reason for the stop. Right out of the gate, he's taking actions that are consistent with trying to elicit cooperation from the driver.
I don't need registration and I don't answer questions.
Alrighty. Davis, Fox 21, can you have a couple more head my way?
So right out of the gate, the driver basically says that I'm not answering any questions, which he has that right. And what does the officer do? Calls for backup, bringing in the needed resources, because obviously when you pull someone over and they're like, I'm not going to talk to you, I'm refusing to answer any questions, then you need to maintain officer safety. One-on-one, not necessarily tactically safe. So he's calling in additional resources, which is exactly what we need. And research does show that when you maybe have 2 or 3 officers, it can change the dynamics of the interaction.
Is this back window roll down?
Why do you know that?
I just want to make sure that you're the only one.
And you
in
can
the
obviously
vehicle.
tell the
So
individual is
here's the deal, man.
recording
I'm
this
stopping you 'cause
interaction.
There's no registration on your vehicle, and I'm requesting your identification.
Yeah.
Okay? You
Told
are
him
detained
again
this time, and you are not free to leave.
why you stopped,
Are you
asking,
going to provide me your identification?
and told him he's not free to leave.
Okay, so I'm going to take that as a no, that you are not going to provide me your identification.
So think about this for a second. He's asking, hey, I'm requesting for your driver's license, and he's trying to find evidence of compliance. But the only thing the driver is doing is giving this officer evidence of non-compliance. I'm not asking. He's not telling the driver to do anything. He's asking. He has told him that he's not free to leave. But think about it. We're already starting to confirm non-compliance. And keep in mind, he's yet to provide his driver's license, which that within itself is a behavior consistent with non-compliance.
Is that the route we're going? Or would you like to provide your identification to me, and we can have a conversation? We can just...
If you want my identification, you'll be under duress and you accept surety and trusteeship over it. Meaning you will be responsible for any debts that you're...
I understand what you're saying, and what I'm telling you is that you do not have an option to identify yourself.
I do.
You are lawfully required to identify yourself. So you can provide your identification to me, but the direction that this encounter goes is 100% in your hands.
So I did try to edit the video down because it is fairly long, but essentially the officer is giving him options. Hey, you can provide me the driver's license. We can go from there. Or if you decide not to provide the driver's license, then it's totally your choice. So like I said, nothing is textbook perfect, but I think this officer is doing a tremendous job of trying to de-escalate the event, elicit cooperation. And all the time is the officer talking down to the individual. Look at this, listen to his tone of voice. Is there any type of him being cocky or not showing any type of showing unprofessionalism? No, he's very professional, to the point, clear, good tone of voice, good clear commands, and it's spot on de-escalation all day long.
That's what I'm hearing. Okay, step out of the car for me.
No.
Sir, step out of the vehicle right now.
I am not required to.
All right, so let's think about what we got here. He's told the driver to now step out of the vehicle because we're now at the point in our template where a decision has been made. And that decision has been made of bringing this individual out of the car. So right out of the gate, when additional officers show up, they don't immediately just jump on this guy. No, hey, sir, need to step out of the vehicle. Need to step out of the vehicle now. What does the driver say? No. And also think about this. Out of all the behavior, verbal and nonverbal mannerisms that we're observing from this driver, is there any indications to you that he's not cognitively aware of his surroundings. No, it's reasonable for us to make the prediction that this individual is aware of what is expected of him, is aware of what the officer is asking him to do, and is reasonably aware of the fact that it is a lawful command to A, provide your license, or B, get out of the vehicle. So we're dealing with what would be considered to be a cognitive aggressor. In other words, they know what they're doing. Their behavior has purpose and it is intent driven. Once again, you still see the phone. We don't know whether it's recording or not, but what does it mean to you when someone holds a phone up in that manner? Do you think they're recording? Is it reasonable for you to believe that such mannerisms is consistent with someone that is recording the event? I would say yes.
Step out of this vehicle right now.
And we're going to have an issue where
So think about what the driver is saying right now. If you try to force me, we are going to have an issue. So the driver, to me, based on that statement, I think it means to me that he's aware that they're trying to get him out of the car and the officers are about to come into the car to get him. That is why, to me, when I see this statement, if you try and force me, we're going to have an issue, then he is aware of what's going on. His behavior has purpose. Also think about this. What does it mean to you when someone says we're going to have an issue? I take it to mean, from my perspective, that they are not going to cooperate. So once again, we're seeing multiple cues of behavior that's consistent with someone not wanting to cooperate. And out of the gate, this officer has been de-escalating the entire time. I mean, it's spot on professionalism all day long.
Step out of the car right now. Step out of the car. We're going to break the window and pull you out. Step out of the car. Gun.
And of course, those of you that have seen the video understand that there was a gun. There's some discrepancies over whether the individual drew the gun or not. That's not the purpose of this video. What I wanted to show you is real world example that had just occurred this year of an officer doing a spectacular job of de-escalating. And it was very interesting how he de-escalated very, very similar to the template that we teach in class. And like I said, it doesn't matter how this video ended. All that matters is, was the officer professional? Did the officer introduce himself? Did he tell the driver the reason for the stop? Did he explain to the driver, hey, here is what's expected of you? He asked instead of giving commands to begin with. He asked numerous times, confirmed noncompliance, made the decision to get this individual out of the car, asked a couple of times, told him a couple of times. He continued to see and hear confirmed behavior of noncompliance, so therefore action was taken. De-escalation all day long. Hope you enjoyed the breakdown of the video. Stay safe. If you get a chance, check out our website, 360 Policing. We have several training courses that we're offering. We have a great class that's geared just for female first responders. It's a great DT class. Of course, we have our de-escalation, documenting use of force class, 2 days, nationally certified, great course. Our use of force review for supervisors. If you are the officer out here ready to rock and roll, you need your sergeant or your lieutenant in this class. Or hey, even if you're not a supervisor, rock it. Come on, show up. Do a great job on documenting how and why you did what you did. Good SRO class. It is a DT, DE, which is defensive tactics, and de-escalation class integrated into one. Excellent all day long. Once again, this is for our line officers, use of force writing. It's only a one-day class. And we also have a room entry / medical course that's geared just for smaller agencies that might only have 2 to 4 officers working at a given shift. Come check everything out. We've got a church safety class. We're rocking and rolling. Check out our website. Come to our classes. I'm here to tell you everything 100% financed with superb professional instructors. Rock it.